Ooh, hello chat. Back again at Krispy Kreme, or however they say it. Alright. Let me start a stream soonish. Right, where is the... Let me move the window to the other screen and start game. So, last time I started this game, it's pretty interesting. I'm still like kind of figuring out the mechanics still a bit, but... Come on, you're capturing? Oh. But yeah, it's kind of a tabletop game located in space with capitalism, and you're basically a worker that had their mind uploaded to a robotic body, and of course, because they're basically enslaved to the corporation, they don't own their body anymore, and basically stuff like that. There's definitely some commentary about capitalism and making you dependent on the system and escaping from that system. Alright. So I have to fix a ship for my lady, who sometimes pays me to do that job. These are dice, and depending on the number, I can perform some of the actions better or worse. And there's also like a risk factor to certain up. So I'm being hunted by something, as you can see. Get to know Emphas. Right, this is the guy who sells me food. Not sure if about that. Guess I'm gonna go see Feng. Alright. If you hear me stumble on words, I am so sorry. I'm trying my best, okay? Sleeper! Feng catches your attention as you approach the Heaven Age building, leaning against a bay door to the side of the entrance. You approach. Easier to them this way. Wow, already I'm fumbling. Hey, cat! Hello! You approach. Easier to come in this way. Security and all that. Gives you a look. You know. He slams a button and the bay creaks open, blinking lights in the dark behind it. You follow Feng inside. Truth be told, I don't spend much time upstairs. This is where I work. Door hisses as it closes behind you. How you doing, cat? I'm sleepy. I tried to take a nap today, but it didn't work. It backfired. I felt worse. The bay is filled with pieces of hardware, all rigged up to generators and diagnostic slates, and things you don't recognize that glow with blue screen light. There is a chorus of hums that blend into a single wave of static, filling the dark corners of the room. Feng leans on a server stack and gestures around. You like it? I have not moved yet. But thank you, Kat. I still have to, like, actually finalize my, my internet, membership. I found an operator that's pretty cheap, and it gives okay internet, so... And I'm also, like, reworking my curriculum and preparing cover letter for an application. It's a spontaneous application, so it's not like I'm getting hired anytime soon, but I hope they're interested in me enough that they give him a position maybe somewhere in the future. But yeah, we don't have much to move left because we already put some essential stuff in the apartment, like some hygiene products, some bed clothes, some food. Eventually I'm gonna have to maybe fill the fridge because we only put food that's, you know, not that perishable, you know, like dry pasta and canned vegetables and all that stuff. So eventually when I move in, I'm gonna have to buy some groceries like meat and all that and fresh vegetables I need to put in the fridge. And also, you know, my computer and everything. Oh, are you sick or something? Yeah, thank you. I hope you hope you feel better, cat. Ahem. What's all this? He taps a nearby server stack, which bleeps in response. This is my treasure trove, all dredged up from the sea of systems we call the Eye. You wouldn't believe what this place runs on. He steps over to a towering block, speckled with vents. Some of these systems are from the original station, A1. The one Solheim built. We had to invent new components, repair things when they were built, reverse engineer an entire subsystem into existence. Residents here look up at the Eye and think they are seeing a constant and concrete reality. But this place is a system in constant flux, decaying and growing, collapsing into new configurations. He walks down between the hot web stacks and you follow. We are keeping this place alive, but also remaking it into something new. Dragging it away from those corporate origins. He stops. At least, that's what I'm trying to do. He turns back to face you among the flickering machines, humming all around you. I know you can see this too, Sleeper. All these systems and sections. Can't you? I can see it. Makes sense, right? You're between here and there, between the people and their systems. You light this place up like a beacon. That's what I need. You glance at the lights around you, and as you do, they seem to flicker, to realign, to follow your gaze. Feng notices too. I'm guessing being a beacon isn't always ideal when you're on the run, though. You're tracking me. He pats you on the shoulder. Maybe I can help with that. There's a lot of old growth in this place. Subsystems I can see, access protocols lost to time and decay, secrets. A shitload of secrets. Your help, I can unlock this place. Break off those last ghost limbs of corporate control. And lower his voice below the hum. Even in Heaven Age, there's old growth. Those whose roots trace back into those bad old days. You help me dredge up the past, and I'll see what I can do about that tracker of yours. He winks. What do you say, Slipper? I'm in. Then pumps his fist and claps you on the shoulder. He meets your eye. You won't regret it, Slipper. Feng passes you a rag-looking metal tab. A gift, he smiles. It's a Solheim cipher. I dug it out from the depths of the station. Put that into an old network gate and you'll be able to pull all kinds of secrets from the nodes inside. He walks you back to the front of the bay. Start by bringing whatever you can turn up. Use that amulet mind of yours and see what's out there. Let's get a picture of how things are. Above, he nods at the ceiling. I've granted me an acquisitions budget. I can pay you for whatever useful that'll bring in. I know you need it. He slams the door button again. Keep it quiet and keep it clean, Sleeper. And I'll see you soon. You step, blinking back into the passage. Those flickering lights still in the back of your mind. Okay, so that's done. Another drive. What could we do? This is the Bright Market. I'm good on my medication for now. Space, the final frontier. Yeah, I don't have very good stats here. What's the this. Alright. Data, encrypted key, Solheim cipher. Oof, sorry, I got hiccups. I have some air wrapped in me. I don't have that. I need a matching that. Hunter is not on yet. Sure. Ah, it's not the right one. I'm stupid. There you go. That's the right one. Right? Okay, the hunter is still not on my ass. Did I mess up? Hmm. Don't have that. I saw that one already. Ah, there you go. All right. Hunter doesn't like it when I have data. Has to match. Ah. All right. Let's see. Have we gone there yet? Ah, okay. Guess we could try repairing the verdigris. Cannot. I don't have the best. I could do some data extraction. Alright, I guess we could just... Or maybe try exploring a bit more? Ah, that's money. Nah. I'm gonna get some fucking sleep then. Alright. much. Trying to test out stuff before actually doing any roll. Oof, okay. Good. Perfect. Hey! Ah, this is gambling. Not sure repair the ambergris. 100% positive. Perfect. Ooh. Shrimp check, thank you. Alright. Out of dice. Which means I should probably end the cycle. Hello! Right, okay. Put the water inside of me. I don't have the data. Yeah. I think he wants that specifically. Solheim, yeah. I have to sleep. How are you doing, by the way? Hell yeah. Money. Ah, shit. No Solheim notes so far. There you go. I'm gonna back to sleep. Come on. Right. There you go, Solheim like that. Alright, the hunter should be mad. Okay, yeah, there you go. Uh-oh. A glimmer in the dark catches your eye as the orb of the hunter's head appears in the distance. It's looking for you. Hide. You slip down into the ghostly structures of the eye, a feeling like passing through a cloud as their data structures deform and reform around you. Another glimmer catches your eye, closer now, that roving orb, breathing tentacles. It flickers, comes once, twice, and then it is here. Hunter is here. Entity, submit to inquiry. Hunter reaches for you, in an unpleasantly familiar way. It's waving threads, creating a cage. You push against the threads as they close in, becoming frenzied as you push them aside. You are caught by whipping tendrils and feel them pulling you away from the anchor of your body. You push through, clearing the threads. Entity, hold for processing, comes a scream from behind. But you are already gliding away back to your anchor, your body. You awake, dizzy, disturbed but safe. This is yet again, okay. Anything else at Solheim? Have an age. Come the fuck on. Bullshit. Oof. Alright, it's 100 for the stabilizer, okay. Alright. Got no choice but to sleep. Can't really do much right now. There you go. Sorry. As you enter the bay, Feng is nowhere to be seen. The banks of servers and machines blink out of the dark in staccato rhythms. Unseeing eyes of the station's digital ghosts. Shitheads! Feng's voice echoes from behind a stack, followed by the hammer of a fist on a metal casing. Sneaky shitheads! Stay silent. Sleeper? That you or am I in trouble? Feng's grinning head pops out from behind the stack. Just even the conscious I've been eager to see. Come back here. You pick your way between the throbbing stacks, trying not to trip on the loose bundles of cables that blanket on the dark floor. Feng is sat in front of a set of monitors, mounted to a stack. Tell me, Sleeper, what do you see here? Feng waves at a monitor to his side, glowing with pale lists of information. You lean in closer, looking for the links in the data. Tables seem to be filled with personal information, names, genders, dates, ID numbers, all the markers of institutional records. I'm sleepy, sorry. What? People, yes, but whose people? Solheim? Bingo! He taps at the terminal. I pulled these from the old data you brought in. All employees of DI's original owners, and... He leans past you and scrolls the list down. This one. This is a sneaky shithead. He stabs at the screen with a finger. The name reads Hardinghurst. Who's Hardin? That, says Feng, giving you a sideways look, is the thing. He drags a stool out beside him and motions for you to sit. There just so happens to be a Hardinghurst in Haven Age. He waits for your reaction. In Age? That's it! He's right here on the station now. Feng leans back in his chair. Just think about it. Decades ago, Harding worked on the station as a... Feng leans across to look at the monitor. Senior Strategic Operation Executive. Feng raises his eyebrow at you. Al Harding was keeping the money coming in for Solheim. He defined priority growth initiatives by making sure the extractors they contracted out were hooked into a system that outsourced all the risk and kept the profit. Good old Harding shuttled thousands of Palladium Rush workers into an infrastructure, which meant that their cut of the work they did went straight back into Solheim. You know this. I grew up here, Sleeper. This is my history. I am a child of the collapse. Feng turns back to his screen, staring hard at the strings of coal flickering by. Before I was born, my parents were Solheim contractors. They ate in Solheim canteens, worked in Solheim ships. They breathed Solheim air and slept in Solheim beds. Feng's voice rises as he speaks, his hand fists on the terminal edges. And the work that paid for that existence? The cycles of hull extraction out in the belt? Solheim took their cut. This was a company town, so to speak, and my parents were just another in the long line of freelance contractors willing to risk their lives for a shit of anything other than poverty. Disposable. This guy, tapping at Harding once again with his finger, strategized all that, did the sums, and then somehow, thousands and thousands of cycles later, is still going, still here crawling in the walls like some shithead snake. He survived the revolution. How? These guys, they were big time. There's a lot money can get you if you're a company man. Feng relaxes a little. How's Harding still kicking? I really don't know. He turns to you and smiles. So we are going to find out. Harding is not a big shot in the shipyards. Just a few degrees back around the eye from here. Feng brings a map of the lower eye. Heaven Age must be born out of Erlin's revolutionary zeal, but a fly hierarchy is not. Harding happened to float to the top. Feng zooms in on the far yards. Feng grimaces. The thing is, I don't have access to those systems. Shipyard's crew is pretty paranoid and they don't like anyone from the systems digging around their stuff. Plus, we need more than just the name of a Solheim executive. We need proof. Feng holds up a thumbnail-sized drive. That's where this little creation of mine comes in. I call it a ripper worm. He turns the drive between his fingers. It'll rip through any digital storage and spin out like a silicon thread of filtered data. This one is set on the scent of Hardinghurst. He hands it over. Getting to the compound might be tricky. Feng puts a hand on your shoulder. You, however, have a particular knack for remote access. Feng grins. If you can't extract yourself a Heaven Age cipher from a Heaven Age agent, they sometimes carry among their data caches. You can crack open the compound's network and slot the worm in through any open port. You never even need to go near the shipyards. So, what do you say? Right? For me. Bringing out a curve of snake isn't enough. Find the information and I'll start work on that tracker of yours. Thanks crushes his chin. Anything the worm gets, I'll send it back here to me. There's something wrong here and I aim to get the rotten core of it. You leave Feng, digging through data, along the wires and machines of the old station. As you walk out, you try to imagine the eyes this as it once was. A vast machine running smooth and strong, directed by people like Hardin. A vast Solheim-built machine into which thousands pour from the surrogate systems, looking for a new life. The hope for a better future, engineered to lie into someone else's pockets. An idea you are intimately familiar with. You think of Hardin, still alive, still a part of this place, and wonder if the past is truly ever past. Heaven Age. I have some Heaven Age. Yes, okay. Need to actually shred it. Annoying. Hold it there, sleeper! Comes a voice from behind you. Don't you run. Good, good. A hand pats your coat down. You know your master's voice. Ethan spins you around. He's wearing a white smirk and a slick jacket. And you immediately know he's terrible news. You got all the way out here, and then stay put! He laughs a cruel laugh. That a sleeper thing? You're my first! Barely hear him. You've noticed the handgun he has leveled at your chest. It's hard to take your eyes off of it. He reaches down with his other hand and slips some kind of ring out from a belt loop without taking his eyes off of you. Make it to the eye though, that's pretty good. This place isn't so bad. Bars, markets, people. I pull most of my contracts out of asteroids caves or off of godforsaken moons. He splits the ring into two perfect circles. It's hard to hit civilization when there's so much space to pass through. Who are you? Just a freelancer on a contract. He reaches over to slide the rings around your wrist. Go easy. Make a break. You see a chance the moment his eyes leave you to watch the rings. You spin, knocking him away and sprinting down the corridor. Then the shot rings out, echoing off the metal so loud it hurts your ears. A bullet hole smokes in the wall beside your head. You freeze, and Ethan closes the gap. This is a very boring routine. Trust me, I've seen it all before. He slips the rings over your trembling wrists. Ethan nudges you to start walking. To the ship and home, he whistles. Going easy. You stumble down the corridor, your hand behind you, your mind racing. You can work this out. Can we? I don't see much in the way of assets in your possession. Ethan yawns and continues to nudge you down the corridor. Shame to come all the way out here to just to head back to S and ARP right away. That tracker of yours makes it too quick. Was hoping you put a bit more of chase, you know? A running battle for the bright market maybe, or a holdout in the low end. There's a few establishments I would have enjoyed checking out while I ask around. You walk on silence for a little longer, desperately trying to think of a way to escape. An S and ARP tracker will be the death of you. Hey, I have an idea. Ethan interrupts your thoughts. How about on the way back to the ship we stop for a drink? I'm buying. He laughs at his own joke. I have a better idea. This better not be one of those where you do a dramatic pause and then try to jump me, because I'm pretty tired of that. Although, muses Ethan, I got myself thinking, what's the rush here? Here we are in one of the most lawless joints in the surrogate systems, and we're heading for the exit. He pauses, and you trudge in silence. Okay, here's the idea, starts Ethan. You and me, we make an agreement. Here are the terms. He turns you to face him. You run, or leave, or try to abandon the eye. Shoot you, you plot or scheme, you try to kill me. Shoot you, but... He smiles. You come meet me at an establishment of my choice every few seconds and you pay my tab. I don't shoot you. He pauses. You don't pay my tab? He rolls his handgun. You get the idea. I get it. Okay then. That sounds to me like a deal. He stretches. You know, I really thought I was going to have you kill it, but this is so much better. Fuck. He clicks something at his belt and the rings reads it from his wrist. I'm going to see if I can find my old tool at the compressor club. Come see me there. He aims a handgun at you, squinting down the sight. Let me just remind you. That body of yours is one big tracker. Don't even think about leaving the eye. I'll know. Ethan turns and strides off the corridor, slipping his handgun away. The mix of relief and terror for what you feel is overwhelming. What are you going to do? Alright, we're gonna... maybe... have an age. I need money! Wasn't I could still scrap again? I don't remember. Cruising to the office at the entrance of the yacht, you lay out everything you have on the winter light across the metal desk. The makeshift forensic notes glow on Drago's old writing slate, overlapping lines and scroll annotation. A set of drone scans fill the small terminal with a spectrum of colors, a heat map of damage and decay. A crumpled printout from the office ship registry lies beside them, synthetic paper so thin it's almost transparent. Monitor? Reactor failure. This is the verdict that anyone would have returned after a cursory glance at these stacked heat maps of the remains of the winter light. On the terminal screen, the ship is shown in section, flashes of color marking the approximate damage of the plane. Dominating the view is a single, blood red rose, radiating from the ship's drive. A simple story. A catastrophic failure of the drive core, leading to a fatal hull breach. A well-documented failure, likely brought on by wear or misuse. But you are looking at the rose of the reactor. You're looking at a smaller, paler mark, one that might be easy to miss at first glance. It is thumbprint size and delicately placed over the control surface for the ship's main external airlock. It suggests a controlled shaped explosion, one designed to punch through the hull and allow access to the airlock from the outside. You are looking at it because it is troubling you. It's late. Your attempts at a reconstruction of the winter light before its fatal accident consist of a series of overlapping sketches and diagrams, showing possible layouts and configurations of the gutted center, cutter. Whoops. This was no off-the-shelf model. It was heavily modified, parts replaced with inventive configurations. The new retrofitted into the old, handmade joints and reconditioned filters. This was someone's pride and joy, a lifetime project running with care and intuition. It also contained a set of hidden compartments. You missed them at first, where the hull had been thickened, the corners rounded to disguise the change. But they are there. A plain list shows the registration history of the Winter Light. The gaps between the entries tantalizingly opaque. Its first registration was a couple of thousand cycles ago, on this very station, logged at the central hub. From here, the registry tells you the story of a busy ship, one that rarely stayed on the station for more than a few cycles. Nothing took on voyage that kept it away from the eye for over 100 cycles. The Winter Light got a little rest. An old ship, many cycles under its belt, carefully maintained. A reactor failure preceded by a carefully concealed external entry, a suite of hidden compartments, tucked away, This was the Winter Light, and this was its story. That's not the full story, because there's something else. It is a little more than a list, a tiny chunk of data you were able to pull from the ship's system. The main systems were fried, of course. The Winter Light had a separate system, one tucked away in one of its hidden compartments. Armored. Air-walled. Oh! This list, the only recoverable piece from the whole system, is a partial inventory. It details the contents of the hidden compartments. Some of it you recognize, some of it you don't. Ship pine ROMs, shimmer, cryo chains codes, and then the final entry, passenger sleeper. You stare at the list on the terminal and try not to think about what it was like arriving here. In the cold for so long, half frozen in the freight container. Had this sleeper been smarter, luckier? Or had they convinced the Winter Light, a smuggler ship if you ever saw one, to extract them from S and up? Luckier, you laugh. There had been no remains found in any of the Winter's Light compartments. You had checked. They weren't so lucky, you guess. Not in the end. You hold up a vial stabilizing into the light. This was all you find in the compartment. A parting gift from S and ARP. Well, it won't go to waste now. Put it back in your pocket. The thought still bothers you, though. 2 ships carrying sleepers coming into the same yard? 2? One after the other. That feels wrong. You flick back and forth between data sets on the terminal, thinking. And you see that the thumbprint again. The mark of someone trying to get in. Someone who entered the Winter Light with precision and speed. And when they were done, left the reactor to clean up the wreck. The thought of that person makes you shiver. Suddenly, the office door creaks open. Drago stands in the doorway, staring at the equipment and notes you have assembled. What's all this? He snatches the slave from the desk, faster than you realize that he could move. For an investigation here? What I pay you for? The drone on his shoulder starts whining shrilly, his anger passing through his implants. Where's the ship from? Leave this alone! He starts shaking his head. I know you have a lot of questions, but this isn't the way. He turns away, muttering to himself. This is the last thing I need. His ship had a sleeper on it. Dragos freezes, suddenly angry. What did you say? He pushes past you to look at the terminal at the list. He shakes his head. So what? Are you all trying to escape? You're lucky it was you that made it out alive, not them! He folds his arms indignantly. Dragos seems to steady himself and then turns back to you. The heat map of the reactor failure reflected on his head's glassy eyes. I've given you a place to stay? I've given you work, He stumbles over the words, unsure to say. There's plenty other who would have sold you on. Turned you in, but not me, no. No. He softens. Look, help me too. He quiets a drone. I've done well by you and you returned the favor. He raises up and clears his throat, but this obsession you have with this ship isn't going to work for me. I can't have you making my clients nervous. I can't have you digging up whatever it is you came after. He sighs. You can't work anymore. I need the work. Just play the word to hat on the eye. Some are just neat offlines in the rotundas, and yet again are always looking for crew. I'm not the only show in town. Dragos reaches across you and flicks off the terminal. As the light of the monitor dies, a kind eerie calm falls both of you. So this was done. Hey now, sleeper. That means you have to move on. Someone killed that ship and its crew. And you want to meet them? Shakes his head. We're done here. In the dark, Dragos' head glints, and you wish for a moment you could see his eyes and meet them. Maybe then he would understand. You get up from the desk and Dragos gathers the notes, stuffing them into a pocket of his overalls. He holds the door for you. His headset as expressionless as always. You stay in the container. I won't take that from you. Don't come back. This time is final, definite. With an edge of disappointment, you walk out into the office, and then out of the yard, not stopping to look back. You leave the yard, thumbing the vial in your pocket, knowing that this at least guarantees you a little more time. As you walk, your mind once again drifts to that person who killed the Winter Light, and whether or not that person will come for you. Alright, so you don't have to pay Sabine for the vial. Perfect. Ankita is crouched in the computer called the Amber Grace, swearing to herself when you enter. Doesn't look up. Ah, this shit's completely ruined the course connector when you cut it! She holds up a thick fistful of right wire. The ship mind they've ripped won't even be usable without replacing these. She throws the bundle of wire across the room. Amateurs! Hear it? There's nothing to repair, we need an entire ship mind. Oh, I have that. Not exactly the first thing you can expect to dredge up from a scrap fighter, she sighs. Fragments maybe, sections of a mine, but a complete ship mine? No way. And Kita climbs out of the cooling well where the ship mine should be. The space suddenly curved with her on the same level as you, towering over you as she stoops beneath the low curved ceiling. Come on! Nothing's to be done here now. She leads you back through the guts of the amber, though you could find the way back yourself. The repair process has left you familiar with the cutters and the idiosyncratic layout, all diagonal angles and bottle tubes. What do we do now? Ankita seems lost in thought, and you focus on the corridors, ducking below the conduits and passing through bulkheads. Eventually, you arrive together in a galley, though it's hard to tell. Most of the benches and prep surfaces are covered in half-stripped components and willow hole patches. Ankita shoves a box of filters to the floor and sits. There's no way around it! Starts out of nowhere. We made it a new ship mine. Where from? Scrap fighter or exchange? Hell, find one in the overlook bathroom. Doesn't matter where, just matters where we go one. She rubs her forehead. It seems I'm about to do something very stupid, but hey, I came here, didn't I? Why not make a run for it? She fixes it with a hard stare. Slipper, you're all I got. No crew, no friends, you're it! She looks uncomfortable. I appreciate the time you've put in the amber, I'm sure she would too. Good. What I'm saying is if you screw me on this, I will kill you! He leans over and hands you a stack of chits. A big stack of chits. You don't dare to count them. Give me that ship, my slipper. Don't make me regret this. You won't. He sighs. Look, just get out of here before I change my mind. You slip out of the galley and head back towards the main lock. As you do, Amber growls and creaks like a cage. You reach a hand out to calm her. Time to find Ankita's ship mine. Somehow. I have a fragment, so... Yeah, I have a fragment, not a core. I need to... Gambling is risky. Ah, there you go, that's how I can, Hold on a second. A moment. As you arrive, Fang comes striding towards you, taking you by surprise. Let's go, Sleeper! He puts a hand on your shoulder and turns you back the way you came. Go where? See Hardinghurst! He gives you a sideways glance. Isn't that what we are here for? He steps into the passageway, guiding you down ring towards the shipyard. Sorry for the hurry, but we have something on opportunity. That data you ripped. Well done, by the way, he grins. Tells me that Harding is making a rare inspection of the sidereal horizon this cycle. It's the perfect chance to confront him outside of that compound he hides in. Fang takes a sharp turn on a dimly lit side passage. Sidereal horizon? Still catching up? That's a massive colony ship being built on the shipyard. Biggest commission Haven Age has ever had. Fang slows and slips into a dark service tunnel where, somewhere in the black, a water pipe drips. It's him, Sleeper. The same Hardinghurst. A worm ripped out decades of records that mention him by name, an entire trail of documentation from the first days of the Solheim collapse until now. He wrote out the whole thing, slipped into Haven Age, when it first broke up the Union. He paces in the tunnel, a hand rubbing at the back of his head. I need you to understand something about Solheim, Sleeper. I don't know what you know about the collapse, but it wasn't as instant as it sounds. It wasn't like Solheim was here, running the station one day and then the next Erin's unions took power. Back then, Solheim knew this place was slipping away from them. As the palladium market collapsed, they tried to keep the contractors here working. The pay got smaller, the costs higher, people like my parents were forced to work non-stop just to keep a berth on the station and water in their tanks. Solheim squeezed every last worker until the mistakes, the accidents, were coming in non-stop. And as new waves of contractors came in, desperate for work, Solheim welcomed them, taking bribes instead of checking pilot licenses. The whole time Solheim was a folding up, dragged into court cases in the central systems, while this severed limb of a station so desperate tried to take it all it could. The riots came after a collision at Dock 2A. At Dock 2, a young pilot, his MEV overloaded with palladium, miscalculated his trajectory and took a section of the ring. Hundreds died, thousands panicked, my parents told me people were terrified, and the blame fell squarely on Solheim. People like to tell a story about Erlin, how he brought the factions together, spoke to the crowds, turfed out Solheim. Maybe that's true, but my mother, pregnant with me, locked herself in their MEV, and welded it to the dock, while my father joined the improvised crews trying to seal up the ragged edges of the gap. Never came back. Fang poses in the dock. They sealed it up though, and by the time they did, Solheim was gone, abandoning every one of us in the black. Apart. Fang finally turns back to you now, his eyes burning. Shits like Hardin. Shits who held their place, rotted out and slipped into the new structure like nothing had changed. Standing shoulder to shoulder, those they had exploited at every step. Fang starts walking again. That's why I can't just let me shut about the shipyard. This time, his past catches up with him. Stay silent. Fang rejoins the main passageway, which is now wide and glass-roofed. Through the ceiling, you can see ships in mid-construction, their flanks still lit by the flashes of plasma torches. The entrance to the shipyard is ahead. This is crazy. Fang turns to look at you. Don't come then. I won't force you. You stand across from each other in the corridor. What is it then, Slippery? Come on out. I'm coming. Fang grins. Let's go show this shithead some consequences. He strides to the shipyard entrance and pushes it through the doors. A web of corridors led through the complex, dashes of the constructions, base always appearing through windows. Ships are suspended like whale corpses, skeletal, imposing. Fang seems to know exactly where he is going, and before long you cross into a huge dry dock locked into the side of the sidereal horizon. A network of platforms, Scaffolding cling. A network of platforms and scaffolding cling to the ship's hull, filled with workers and equipment. The sound is stretched out by a vast space. The welding, cutting, and sealing seems to come from everywhere at once. Both you and Feng spot them at the same time. A group walking slowly across a gantry. At the front, two men, one gesturing towards the ship and the other stick thin, plainly dressed with a shock of grey hair. Hardin. You and Feng say them in unison. Feng sets up the circuits to the gantry, with you falling behind. As you come to the same level, the group is passing closer, the foreman gesturing to the work being done through the dock, and Harding nodding along. Harding Hurst! Feng shouts across the noise, taking you by surprise. His voice bounces and comes back in a rippling echo. The figure's turn. Yes? Harding asks quizzically, raising an eyebrow. He glances between you and Feng, and you see his gaze linger on your body, unsure why a sleeper might be in his place. You are a traitor, Hardin. A Solheim executive would try to hide here, among its victims. Feng's voice is steady. Wrong. You stand for everything the Eye was rebuilt in the shadow, against everything Erling stood for, everything Heaven Age stands for. You have no place on the station. For a moment, stillness descends on the group, as if everyone was held in place by the rattle of construction. Hardin laughs. Well, good to meet you too. He glances around at those around him. Some are smiling, others nervous. You're from the systems branch, are you not? Asks Harding, inspecting Feng's clothing. Feng turns to the foreman. You need to call security. This man is a corporate agent. Foreman glances between Feng and Hardin, his hands drumming at his sides. Hardin leans towards him and says something notable. The foreman nods. It's true. As he begins speaking, Hardin turns his attention to you. And what would a sleeper know about that? You accuse me of being a corporate agent? What are you if not exactly that? He looks around at the group, who are already eyeing you with suspicion. You are part of S&OP. You have no place in a Heaven Age shipyard. Who knows what signals you are sending back to your makers? A murmur of approval runs through the group. Feng holds up a stick of memory. You have guessed right. I am Systems, and I have records that link you directly to Solheim right here. He turns to the foreman again. So once again, I am asking you to take this man into the custody of the shipyard. The foreman remains still. Hardin's voice is calm, measured. If you have such data, why hasn't it been submitted at the members' meeting for proper review? He shakes his head. I have nothing to hide, unlike a man who doesn't announce his name, who enters my shipyard with a corporate property in tow and tries to turn my own men against me. You hear it now, the echoing sound of boots on walkways, coming from all angles at once, and then settling behind you. Please, says Harding, submit the data through the correct channels, then we can talk. For now, however, you must leave. He gestures behind you the security detail, their hands on boxy black cylinders on their sides. Thanks, Pitts. Harding, you shithead, you can't wriggle out of this one. A security officer draws a weapon and levels it. Feng turns and stares it down. On Feng. You look at Feng, he shakes his head and puts a hand on your shoulder. Let's go, says Feng, and he pushes through security, heading back down the walkway. Once security has walked out of the shipyard and nudged you back into the corridor, Feng picks up pace. Try to keep up as he slips into the shadows of an entrance. Feng is grinning ear to ear. You know, Sleeper, sometimes people are exactly how you expect them to be. Something pings in his pocket and he takes out. On the slate is a web connection starts sorting itself out, stretching to a set of points around the rig. Got him! Orders Feng. What's going on? Harding is doing what any snaky shithead always does, calling his friends. We're tracking his outgoing messages. Feng's screen looks ghastly in the uplight of his screen. All the ways are the best. Spook them good enough and they'll give you the game right away. He jabs at the slate, and you see the web is being drawn over a map of the ring, lines bouncing from point to point. All these dots? These are Hardin's buddies, the one he is messaging right now, and we're going to find them all. Was on purpose? Of course. Harding isn't working alone. We need the full set or nothing. Feng glances around and slips the slate back into his pocket. We'll split for now, Sleeper. But this is exactly what we need. Good hunting. With a pat on your shoulder, Feng drifts away. back into the flow of people around the shipyard entrance. Watch him go, unsure whether to be angry or impressed. Ooh, alright. Let's see, what should I strengthen? Thinking. Alright, let's go back for a second because I need to check some stuff. Uh-oh. Thing's fucking dead. Fucking... I can't believe you just did that. Ethan's mocking laugh comes from along the bar. You look over to see him leaning across in a pool of light, empty glasses and spilled drinks cleaning around him. It's always dark in the compressor, but this cycle the place is packed. A lot of space is mixing with the locals. Usually they run. Ethan spins on a glass on the bar. Or they go spend their savings on some local heavy I have to put down. They don't pay. Ethan gets to his feet. The glass falls and smashes but doesn't seem to notice. You think that's it? One round of drinks and we're even? Sleeper, come on! His hand comes to the rest on the butt of his handgun, dangling from a chest holster. Stop. Ethan laughs hard, and the people around him turn to see what's happening. I told you already about begging. I'm a freelancer, Sleeper, just like you. We both signed a contract with S&R, didn't we? The difference is that my word means something. He closes the gap, stumbling a little. What did you think? You could just run away from your contract, your debt? You could just steal that natty little boat of yours and take it for a joyride? Play a human for a cycle or two? You don't understand. It's you, Sleeper, that doesn't understand. Some of us pay our debts. But it's all the harder because of idiots like you. Though, I should thank you. Ethan nods, his head heavy. Giving me such an easy job. I'm used to outlaws, you know, real bounties. When you catch and sell his escapees like you was so easy, I would have changed clients ages ago. Someone shouts from the back of the bar for Ethan to shut up. He holds a finger in that general direction without turning around. Stay silent. Nothing to add. Ethan turns and walks back towards the bar. Good, lesson learned. Fuck you, man. Ethan sits heavily back down on his stool and searches through his glasses for one with something left in it. The thing is, Sleeper, I can't find you anywhere. It's actually wild that you haven't figured out. That body isn't yours. It will always betray you. No matter what. He finds a glass and downs the contents. So please, go. I'll catch up with you whenever I need another. He laughs and taps the bar for a fresh drink. You turn on your heel and are out of the cloying dark and the sweat stench of compressor. You walk hard and fast down the walkway, anger driving your footfalls into the metal of the rim hammers. Engineer. I might improve my engineer skill. Oh, I do have some points actually. Just upgrade some base skills. Hey, cat. What happened? Did you get? Did you die? I thought you died or something, or you were busy. I don't know. Rain World. Yeah. I heard a game, but I don't know if it's something I would be interested in playing. Uh-oh. Did my string go down? Damn it. Did disconnect. That's cringe. That's cringe, bro! Alright, what should I do? That... I need to make money! there ships? No, not yet. So basically this game is like kind of like a tabletop game in a way. And you're playing as some escapee from a corporation. And it's basically, you know, dismantling space capitalism. And you escape from the corporation you work for, and you're some random base in space, and you have to try to survive. You have to find food, you need to find your medication so you don't die, and here are dice. And depending on how high the number, likely I am to succeed certain actions. There you go. Hold on. How much I have left? Okay. Risky though, so I'm not gonna try that. Safe. Hey, I made money! A little bit of it. Makes you eat the result. Hey, at least I ate something! Hey, money! Yeah. I chose like a bulky type of character. You have the choice between two characters, like basically a character who's more based on intellect, you know, hacking to stuff, and I got the engineer type of character, who's more resistant and all that. Alright. Go back to fucking sleep. Ships? Any ships? Not yet. Ah, shit. Oui. Hey, I make some money at least. Not much, but Alright. I need to know the place a bit more. Ooh, this is a good one. There you go. It's a big circle. Money. Right. Money back at least. Gooey noodles. At least I eat something. Yeah, they're very nice. It's very nice. I'm gonna need to find to eventually buy my medicine from. It's been more than a few cycles since Feng confronted Hardin, and the silencing has been noticeable. Your time with Feng, you haven't exactly found him to be reliable. You did expect to hear the end of whatever plan he put to action. But if it won't come to you, you think as you approach the Haven Age building, then it's time to come to him. After all, he did promise to fix your tracker. You're getting nervous. As you approach the doors, you see them wide open, and light pouring out of one's dark room. Stacks of servers and terminals sit outside the bay, suddenly rubbed out of the mystery by the bright float lamps. A figure in Haven Age, security fatigue steps out of the bay to get closer, carrying a stack of hardware. As you get closer, you see the security officer taping up machines from Feng's stash with what looks like hazard tape. This isn't good. You again! Hardin is there, leaning beside the bay entrance so calmly that you barely notice him. He has slid in his hand, an inventory of seizures scroll across it. Predictable. Further evidence of Feng's collusions. You see another security officer come out of the bay and take notice you. Where is he? Feeling ignorant, so perhaps just abandoned. Hardin shakes his head. I believe you should choose a conspirator more wisely. I almost feel sorry for you. Hardin pushes away from the wall and comes closer. Don't worry, Slipper. We have all the evidence we need. A confession won't be necessary. He gestures around the stacks of hardware. Spying on fellow Haven Age members, hoarding Solheim materials, an obsession with corporate data. It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Stay silent. Nothing to add. He looks up at the glass roof above, and the stars beyond. We are the ones that provide the oxygen you are breathing, the light you're seeing, the systems you use every day to live out your cycles. This place was hard fought for, Sleeper. It took work, diplomacy, and strength to stop the Eye descending into chaos after Solheim collapsed. No blind convictions of interest. You're a self-interested one. More accusations. What have you achieved, Sleeper? Your entire existence is proof of your self-interest. Signing yourself over to be emulated rather than work yourself. Whether you remember it or not, you suffer from the same short-sighted perspective as this person you were copied from. You see, Sleeper, we are proud of our history. Andre Erling and the First Union founded this place, and Heaven Age has willed his value into the station very well. We will never turn away the hard-working, the just, the true citizens of the Eye. Heaven Age aren't a gang like Yetagan. We aren't pirates like half the space you meet at the hub, or esoterics like those hyper-radicals in the Greenway. We are the backbone, proud and true. We name Erlin's Eye, Sleeper. This is our station. He meets your eye. So please, take your false accusations elsewhere, before I decide I need confession after all. Stay silent. If you have any pride, you'll give up Feng the moment he contacts you. You know where to find me. With that, Hardin turns his back and walks back towards the security officers, ordering them to continue to clear out. As they do something catches your eye among one of the service stacks. A couple hand-printed box of scented chewing gum. A penguin character grinning from the brightly colored card as scrolled onto it as speech bubble reading, "Take me to Tumblr." You carefully potted the box, making sure no one is watching, and then turn away. Just as another stack of service is wheeled out from the bay. What have you done, Feng? And where the hell is Tumblr? Alright. Ship! I got money! Hi, Vex! How long are we shooting for? Almost 2 hours, Jesus. Blah. Blah. Alright, the compressor's quiet today. The usual crowds are elsewhere, and the pumping music washes over a handful of spacers and a few trucks. Ethan is still in the same stool, in the same pool of light. Head is low, close to the bar, and the bartender is snoring him. As you get close, he lifts his head and thrums, and turns. Sleeper! He turns to look at you. Time to pay up again, is it? He gestures to the bartender. Come here! Take their chits! Alright, so this guy might fucking kill me, so I'm not sure what to pick there. I'm thirsty. I also need to piss. Hold on, be right back. This game has a lot of rating. Ugh! What sounds? What sounds are you talking about? You're crazy. There were no sounds. You're imagining things. You're insane. You're crazy. What are people talking about? There's no sounds. There's nothing. There's nothing. You guys are crazy. Gaslights you. Gaslights you. Gaslights you. Gaslights you. Alright. Alright. Alright, which option should I pick? Like, he's fucking drunk. No more Ethan. Ethan doesn't even look at you. He props his elbow on the bar and holds his head. A sleeper! It's been a long cycle. I don't care. Oh shit, he's gonna fucking shoot me. Cat! You think about piss a bit too much to keep hearing piss all the time. You have something for piss? Ethan lets out a long sigh. He rapidly rubs his eyes with his palm. You're right, he says quietly. Isn't funny anymore. He reaches towards his holster. His elbow slips and the gun tumbles out. It clatters on the bar and falls to the floor, bouncing onto the ground between you. Both you and the bartender look at the gun. Stare at it. Pick it up! Butterfingers, says Ethan, and puts it up a hand, beckoning for you to give him the gun back. If you would. Point the gun at Ethan! Bartender looks at you warily. You crouch down and pick up the gun. Ethan turns his head in your direction, a sharp pale eye looking with yours. The bartender backs away. Oh! He turns on a stool. Oh, sleeper. This is more like it. Okay. I am very tempted to kill him, but... Chat, do we kill this guy? Like, this is the bounty hunter that has been sent to kill me, and he was making me his bitch by making me pay for all the fucking alcohol he's consuming right now. Crush his skull. Kill. Alright, chat. Vote. Kill or no kill? Alright, we should kill then? Okay. Pull the trigger. You don't wait. You pull the trigger. The gun clicks. But now all the attention is in the bar on you and Ethan, who looks at his gun with a bemused expression. It was not loaded! The bartender raised an open hand. In are 10 shiny bullets. Fuck off! Oh, he was on it! Damn it! 10 shiny bullets he took out of Ethan's gun while he was asleep on the bar. Ethan smiles about tender. Oh well, he says and grabs the gun, slamming it back into your face with a single move. You stagger back and drop to a knee. Somewhere nearby, the gun clatters onto a surface. It hits a glancing blow, but it makes your vision swim. Through the blow, you see Ethan wrestle a small thin slate from his belt and hold it up. Enough of this! I'm logging the job and calling in! Ethan taps at the slate. No more playing! Your head aches. Ethan taps through a few screens impatiently. He swears and taps again. He starts shouting, a dull echo to your ringing ears. He starts screaming at the slate and throws it across the bar. He crouches around and grabs you by the chin, his face closed, his breath heavy with drink. SNR just screwed me. cynically. They canceled the contract! He stands up. They canceled the contract! He shouts at the ceiling of the compressor. You stand up, struggling to your feet, the sting of the hit fading. Ethan is rubbing his temples, his face pale. You hear a clicking sound, like coins being counted, like bullets being loaded into a magazine. When you shake off the last of the blur, the bartender has Ethan's pistol trained on Ethan's head. Oh! Ethan stumbles back towards the middle of the room, all aims trained on him. Get all of you! He stumbles into the wall, spinning away towards the door. I'll be back for that! He shouts at the bartender and launches out the compressor. Get fucked! You steady yourself on the bar and catch your breath. The rumble of conversation returns. Bartender goes to say something, but then thinks better of it and begins to clean the bar. After a while, you wander out, into the light of the bright market, looking for Ethan around every corner. We did it, boys! Oh shit! Oh, he'll return. Fuck. Tumblr. As you go to leave the Tumblr tea house, a hand falls on your shoulder. Bang! Sleeper! Fang hisses from behind you. How'd you find me? Harding has your hardware. Don't worry about that, Fang smiles. He has no idea what to do with it. Fang guides you down a set of stairs to one of the Tumblr lower levels. The house is stacked with curved mezzanine, all connected by a central atrium. The levels are filled with makeshift booths and bars, and conversation bounces busily off the metal walls. Fang sees you looking around. This place used to be a fuel tanker's main drum, hence the name. The tea house part is a bit of a misnomer though. You can get anything the eye offers from this place, but real tea isn't exactly readily available. It picks up a booth, itself fashioned from some old salvage tank or container, lined with spongy insulation foam, and collapses into it. He looks around furtively. Suppose you've seen any Heaven Age types. You don't usually come this far. Only you. Not anymore, I'm afraid. Spend it without appeal. There's a Harding has someone's ear. Grins. Doesn't bother me, though. It shows that we hit a nerve back there. He picks a scrappy hand-scroll menu from the table and tosses it over. We're drinking. The plan. Plan. He waves his hand. Let's order first. Fang is right. The menu is ridiculous. There's at least 10 different infusions, most of which you can make out. But the paper is dominated by an extensive complement of esoteric alcohols and cocktails. Black tea is listed with a price as a seasonal specialty. So, running to Harding. Was pissed? Fang doesn't wait for an answer. That snake is so self-righteous, he might actually believe that Erling would approve his meritocratic bullshit. He taps on the table. If Heaven Age was like it should be, like it was found to be, they would have shut him down at any council meeting he dared to mention true citizens. He sighs. But I guess his kind run the place now. A young woman with a vine tattoo snaking up her arm turns at the booth, a slitting hand. You order? You skim the menu, your eyes glazing over. Time to pick something. What should I pick? I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. At your roll. Fang taps the table to order the same. And you? She begins, looking to Fang. But when she sees him, she suddenly stops. What the? Fang shrinks a little. You're supposed to be working. This is your shift. He brings sheepishly here. Stay out of it. Look, Jenna, let's just say that this is my break. My friend here has been through a lot. Jenna looks between the two of you. Fang doesn't look pleased. 2 minutes, says Jenna, pointing at Fang, and only because I don't want to get dragged into whatever this is. He gestures at the table and walks off. What? Fang stretches out in the booth. You know how it is. We all have to eat, plus, he leans in. This is the best place around here to find a person you might be looking for. Oh. That web of connection that Harding pinged the moment he confronted him? Those are his collaborators. And with you to understand what a Solheim city might be getting up on the eye, those are the people we have to find. Fang is almost whispering now. There's a couple of them I suspect are in the low end, and, well, almost everyone in the low end comes through this place at one time or another. He brings some of the five slate onto the table. I set this up so that when anyone with the network connector I'm looking for comes into a close proximity, it'll mark them. Once they are marked, we can break through their access protocols and get at the good stuff inside. We just have to find them first. Hence me moonlighting as a waiter. Suddenly a smile grows across his face. Wait, I have an idea. Oh no. Look, I can't cover enough of the low one on my own. And so far I had no matches in this place. The two of us, we can cover more ground. What am I getting into? Well, Fang has a hang-dog look. We need to get you out and about in the low end, in close proximity to as many people and in residences as possible. And it turns out my friend Mingy needs some help with deliveries. As in Mingy Express? Huh, so I already know him. Perfect. Fang places a tiny receiver on the table. This connects to my slate and runs the same marking protocol you get near any of our target. So all you have to do is take some delivery shifts for all Mingy and soon enough we'll have the place covered. Fang. Don't get me that. You think I like working here? And I thought you could use the tips. He grins. We're in this together, right? Right. Okay then. Fang zips his slate back under his clothes. Just head over on to Mingy Express to get a delivery shift and we'll see what shakes you up. If you manage to find anyone and extract any data, bring it right down here to me. Ugh, sorry, I have some air coming out of my body. Ugh. They have me on double shift, so I should be hard to find. Gina walks past, carrying a tray of drinks, and sharply catches Fang's eye. I don't think she's bringing your drink. He stands. I think it's time we call this meeting to a close. I got the receiver from the table and slip into a pocket. See you soon, sleeper. Stay safe. Fang adds, before turning and walking off towards the bar, whistling as he does. Fang! He's alive! My boy, Fang. Oh yeah. Alright. I'm gonna sleep in the game and also in real life because I've been playing for a long time and reading is very exhausting, believe it or not. Alright. So we're gonna quit the game. And I'm gonna go sneaky. So thank you for watching. I stream every Saturday, Sunday, and Monday after 9 p.m. Central Europe time. And Vex, if you're ever up to play some more Goose Game on Saturday, let me know. And if not, that's also okay. I'm gonna see if there's someone I can raid. No one. Alright. Bye-bye!